Hey, how are you? This is what we're going to paint in this week's painting lesson. It's a painting of an apple. And if you want to paint along with me, you can find the image on my website. Just search Painting Lesson 4/18/2015. You'll find the photograph and a drawing. Print the drawing out, glue it to a piece of cardboard or a piece of plywood, and paint along with me. Now this painting's up for auction. If you want to bid on it, I'll have a link in the description. This is a white oak frame, quarter-sawn white oak frame with walnut blinds. And this is one of the checked frames, meaning it has cracks in it. And I did that on purpose. I didn't put the cracks in the wood on purpose, but I used the piece of wood for this frame on purpose. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the photograph that we're working from, and I'm going to go ahead and start with this area first and start to wash in some of this background color. And for this, I've mixed up a little black, a little Van Dyke brown, and some white. And I also threw a little bit of blue in there. I'll put a little paint thinner on my brush to wash the color in. This area, this is the railing of the barn, and it's got a little gray in it and it's a little bit lighter, so I'll take this color and add a little bit of blue and a little more white. This is the edge of the railing, so I'll add a little bit of a darker color to that, maybe some of the original background color, maybe pick up just a little bit of black. And this is the shadow over here, so I'll add a little black to the gray-blue color and throw that in there. Now I'll start to work on the apple here. I'm using the same brush with the gray in it, and I just picked up a little red just to start to put some color in there and change it up a bit. I'll try to avoid this area where the yellow is on the apple. We'll take a quick look at that. Let's see the yellow over here, so I'll try to avoid that. And I'm going to use a dry brush and just spread some of that color around. It's just giving me an idea of where to go, you know, kind of what to do next. Maybe I'll pick a little yellow up. I want to work on this shadow. I need something to ground me a little bit. Make it feel like I'm a little bit more in control. Got a little more red on my brush, and I'll just try to make this apple come to life. The one thing I'm always afraid of is that the painting looks too controlled. I would say one of my favorite painters is Cezanne, and if you look at his paintings, they're very loose, I think. I picked up a little bit of green. I'm mixing it with some yellow and some white. And this is for that color at the bottom of the apple. There's a big highlight over here on the apple. And for that I'll just use pure white out of the tube. There's a lot of light and reflected light on this side of the apple, and for this I'm going to use white and maybe a little bit of light blue. This is a pink, some white and red that I've mixed up. I really don't like this light colored background, so I'm using some Van Dyke Brown, and I'm just darkening the whole area up a little bit. And just a little bit darker right in this corner here. And that's it. Okay, well, you probably noticed that the painting changed a little bit from the last scene to where you see it in the frame, and that's because I'll often go into a painting maybe the next day. So I'll walk away from the easel and come back and think, okay, this needs to be a little darker, or I need to tighten that up a little bit. And sometimes I don't do that, but sometimes I do, and in this case I did. So again, if you want to bid on this painting, you can find a link to the auction in the description. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you soon.